Here's July 2023's housing report for Southeast Michigan. So nothing's really changed with the headlines here. Supply is still way down, but dire demand is going up. We're seeing historic prices. We are over the peak of where we were this time last year. So the difference between last month and this month is obviously inventory is way down, even more than it was last month. So, and that's because we're taking less listings because of those higher interest rates. Sellers are not as willing to take on a new house at a higher mortgage rate and probably a higher purchase price. A lot of the people looking to downsize, that's a little bit more difficult as well. They can't afford a smaller house for a low enough price where it makes sense for them. So inventory is down. However, buyer demand is way up. We can see that right here with the showings. We're only down 2% in new showings and actually getting out and looking at houses from this time last year. So buyer demand still is really high despite the high interest rates, but because there are less people willing to move on and move up or down, there's a lot less options for those buyers, which is driving those prices up. As we look at all of Southeast Michigan, a 5-county summary, we can see that pendings are up, which is good. There are more houses selling in June than there were in May. We can also see that we're up in closed sales from May to June. The average price per square foot is up 4%, and the average sale price is up 6%. I think a lot of that drives from the fact that builders have to build bigger and more expensive homes to make their return on investment. And what we're seeing in these lower price ranges is that it's a little bit harder for buyers to get into the market because there's a lot less inventory. And a lot of the houses going up on the market aren't really fitting what buyers are looking for. So the prices aren't really skyrocketing on the low end. We do see year to date from June 2022 to June 2023 that the average price per square foot did go down a bit. I think that's because the quality of homes are not there to fit what buyers are expecting to pay. In Oakland County, everything is up, obviously, except for new listings. Price per square foot, average sale price, new pendings, closed deals, all of that is up from May last month to this month. Same thing here, except in Oakland County, we really drive that upper end price range a little higher. It's not over 500, it's over 800,000. And that is also what's making a big difference in the average sale price is those more expensive homes are obviously gonna, if there more is happening on that end, then it's gonna really draw up those lower price ranges. So we're still seeing some really good market growth because as you can see here, we're still over the average sales price we were from last year. Obviously there's a lot less happening as you see on the bar graph, but this line is showing that we are over the peak from last year. As we're going to go down to Macomb, which is my other big market, Macomb County is seeing a little bit of the same thing. We are at near over peak prices from last year. We are up an average sale price from last month, 5%. Closed sales are up, new pendings are down, and that's because a lot of the people in Macomb County, at least from my experience, is they have bigger homes in like Shelby Township and Sterling Heights and Clinton Township, and a lot of them aren't really looking to make that next move just because it's so expensive to either upsize or downsize. And we're finding that a lot of those listings haven't been as updated as some of the homes in Oakland County. And obviously this is just my experience, but I think that also contributes to why we're seeing historic prices. There's such low inventory across the board, but we are seeing gains in the higher end market and not as big of a gain and maybe a little bit of a loss in average sales price year over year. And so those higher ranges are kind of balancing out the middle, and that's why we're still seeing these big gains and these historic sale prices. So if you see something different going on in the market, let me know. I'm always open to discuss it. Thank you, and we'll get back together next month where I think that these numbers are going to be even higher.